It's time for another one of our BCFC player profiles, getting to know some of the outstanding young men and the talent in this league. And right now I'm joined by Byron MacKinnon from the Westshore Rebels. And Byron just got off the field. How you feeling right now early in this season? Still a little fresh, I would assume, hey?
Yeah, feeling pretty good, man. Body's still
So,
ready to go.
yeah, it's always a lot more fun in week 3 than it is in week 9, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Um, Byron, for you, in your third year now with the Rebels, transitioning out of Mount Doug, I guess if you can maybe think back, what was it like transitioning from the high school game into junior? What were some of the things that really sort of stood out to you as you made that move?
Well, after high school, I spent a year at university, and so that transition was pretty tough. And then transitioning from university to junior football wasn't so bad, actually. It was a pretty smooth transition. Just got right into playing my first year and had a lot of fun.
Um, for yourself, I mean, what's the goal? Is it to use the BCFC as that stepping stone to try and get back up to university team? Is it maybe to get yourself get a tryout with a CFL team? Where do you look at your goal as you move forward here?
Um, yeah, to get invited to the combine would be that'd be an awesome opportunity. But yeah, I think I will try and go back to school, continue my football after junior football, and possibly get an education along with that.
Not a bad idea usually. Um, for yourself, what was it about Westshore? I mean, you were a guy that obviously grew up on the West Coast after being born in Alberta, so I guess it was sort of a homecoming for you. Was there any other thought you might go to maybe Okanagan or another team, or was it always Westshore for you?
No, when I came back and I decided I wasn't going to go back to school, it was a pretty easy decision to come to Westshore. With Shane Beatty being there, it was a very easy decision.
What was it about Shane Beatty? What's the attraction there for you?
He's one of the greatest coaches I've ever played with. He's a guru, man. He's a great football mind.
Not to mention he's pretty damn intense too, eh?
Yeah, his level of intensity is pretty hard to match. It gets us going.
Um, I want to think about last year real quick. I know that that's sort of down the drain. It's flushed for you guys. I've talked to Charlie. He doesn't want to talk about last year either. But, I mean, that game, that BC final, crazy rain, crazy crowd, just all sorts of wild things happening. And obviously a really frustrating ending for you guys. How do you sort of look back on that? And how does it fuel you maybe moving into this year?
It definitely fuels us a lot because we got a pretty good returning core of guys from last year's team, and we're all using that as fire because like we don't want to have that feeling again, especially because that was on our home turf and that stung. So we're pretty much going to do everything it takes to not have that happen again. We're trying to win it all this year.
That week 2 tie against the Okanagan Sun, a fantastically entertaining football game. I mean, I was just a fan, so it was fun to watch, I'll tell you that. But first of all, what's going through your mind when you guys get the strip sack, the touchdown, you take the lead late in that game? I mean, just what was the energy like in that building and on that sideline?
Oh man, the energy was crazy. All the guys on the sideline were going nuts, but we tried to stay as calm as we could because there was still 2 minutes left in the game when we scored. So we knew that anything could happen, and anything did happen. They blocked the punt on our 20-yard line, and thank God they missed that kick though. Otherwise we would have lost. But man, any given Saturday in our league, right?
Yeah, and I think that's something, in my weekly videos, I try and push that to the fans. Hey, this BCFC game, it's wild. I know there's usually 3 favorites on any given week, depending on the matchups, but this is a wild league, and we see some crazy stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
For you guys, moving ahead in this season, I mean, what's the key? Where do you see yourself, I guess, maybe focusing on what's your role with Westshore and with the Rebels? What's your spot on this team?
Well, this year I'm a captain, but on the defense, linebacker, a little bit of DN, try and be as much of a leader as I can. We got a lot of young guys this year, so like if they don't know their assignment on a certain play, I'm always trying to help out, get guys' heads right, that type of thing.
Byron, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for this. I know that Charlie, he picked you out. He wanted us to chat with you. He said that a real character guy and a leader on his team. What does it mean to hear your coach sort of say those things about you and pick you out in that way?
it feels pretty good to have coach recognize me like that.
Byron, thanks for this. Best of luck, and I really appreciate all your time here this evening.
Thank you. Have a good night.